Oh, wow. We'll see how terrible the autofocus is. Hi. I don't know why I wrote a script for this. I can normally do this off the top of my head, so we'll see if it's better or worse. Okay. I had a college professor who taught intro to design who would one of her favorite questions to ask everybody. Ooh, we're at a Dutch angle. One of her favorite questions to ask everybody was, what is art? And it's one of those Rorschach, like, what do you see in art? Why are you in my class? Kind of situations. Or it was her going through a midlife crisis. Who knows? Who knows? I like to insinuate the second, but that's because I like messing with people. This video isn't about messing with people. So, what is art to you? What is... I'm turning the mic down. What's the point of making stuff, of consuming beautiful media, of listening to stories, of going out and watching a movie, or reading smut on AO3? I don't know what you do with your free time. Maybe art's somewhere involved. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're just a career professional and you don't waste your time and you're Jeff Bezos maxing and you hate the fact that music exists. I do not know. But I think it's always a good question to ask. What's art to you? If you hate it or not, it's how you talk about it. So, and also sometimes when you ask them, they're like, oh my gosh, let me show you my art. And then they like take out the leather they've been stitching together into a Catwoman costume. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that about you. You get to learn many things. Possibly. Your friends might not be as cool as mine. Your deal. Okay. Is this art? And then I edit in something right there. Is that art? And then I edit in something right there.
Timmy, we could do spice together, Timmy. Timmy, think about it. We could... Timmy.
Can't do this. I'm so sorry. Sorry, this is fucked up. But it's still kind of funny to me.
Timmy. We could think about it, Timmy. Desert power, Timmy. Desert power. Timmy.
Is tree art? Is butt fart? I wrote that down. These are questions for the ages. Ooh, and now I get all like poetic. Art to me is a nebulous thing, self-expression generally born and made from the execution of various processes. I have an idea for something. And sometimes just a glut of energy, and it's asking to go somewhere. And finding it a resting place that I can then show is where creativity is demanded. I don't know what that voice is. For me, creativity as a process is playing around with the path between what I want to do and how I am doing it. There can be many decision trees. And then I make a joke. Nurturing that forest, because many decision trees forest, do you get? It's funny. The Dreaming and tending to it and letting it grow feral and wild is your choice to make.
That's more on just like, I don't know. You want to be incomprehensible and just and make something pure out there. You want to develop a star system that no one except no one's ever gonna get it. And that's okay.
Maybe you're wild. Maybe you're uncontrollable. Maybe you're flames embodied. Who knows? Blee blah blah. Let's see. This is not really a terribly rare thing. Enjoying. I've got a dry cough. Enjoying making art, not a terribly rare thing. It feels pretty good. It's an action of agency, which, in my opinion, is kind of the point of existing, is to like see yourself do things. It feels really good. Ideally, you're not doing bad things. Bad. What a nebulous word. Don't starve people to death, XYZ. Maybe crochet a child a blanket and then tell that child not to starve people to death too. Okay. Also, side tangent. Ooh, boy, this is fun. Everyone has different amounts of agency. This is more from like how much resources they have access to. If you have massive amounts of agency over other people, see having billions of dollars or being in a political office, X, Y, or whatever, running a company, you have higher amounts of agency over other people's lives than, per se, a retail worker or a barista. But it must be said that everyone has certain amounts of agency. You can look throughout history, even slaves in the Caribbean who were in some of the most horrible conditions did find ways to kind of rebel. So, there are always some amount of decisions, some amount of your life that you can hopefully cling on to. I think most people can do art. The thing that I think a lot of people get confused or conflate or get weird about is they think to do art is to make a career out of it. They think it needs to be a side hustle. And I'd like to sell you on, nah, art's like, it's like playing in a sandbox. It's if you can like going to a bar, or you can like making zines. They're both it's doing drugs, baby. That's what art is. It's doing drugs. Just playing with your agency and going nuts. You can make going to a bar an art. It's called socializing. I think it's important to separate making money from making art. They can be the same things. Well, you can make money off of your art. That being said, you get into business plans, and at that point, you should like take courses in business. Next. Marketing sucks poopy nasty butt. You can make marketing into an art and make it mildly more fun for yourself, which is, I guess, if you have to do it, a thing to do. And that's where we get into Timothy Chalamet. Marketing is a process. It's not morally good. It's not morally bad. It's fine. It's just what you're marketing, how you market it, and yeah. I don't think
that Timothy Chalamet marketing Marty Supreme is a war crime. I don't think it's on the same level as the cigarette industry advertising cigarettes to young smokers when they know that cigarettes very actively cause cancer. That being said, more people have talked to me about Marty Supreme recently than cigarettes, and they've told me that I should try Marty Supreme, and I keep not, because Marty Supreme might be like cigarettes. I've seen how some of these girls got look up Lee Atwater's career, scroll around the internet, feel numb to the things getting pushed in your face that just want your money. If you want to annoy a marketer or advertiser, you can click on things that you are actually interested in, so that they then get charged for their money that they spent, because they get charged on click-through rates. So if you click on the advertisement, go to their website, and then search for alternatives to their product, and then do research on alternatives to their product, frequently they'll have a competitor who doesn't spend as much money on advertising and will essentially be selling the same product for cheaper. If the competitor seems fine, it can be all right to buy them. It's not really a hack. It's just an annoying little shithead thing to do, because often advertising budgets get factored into the price of products. So that's a fun little hack. Marty Supreme. I've not seen the movie. I'll wait until people stop talking about it, and then I might not. I'll consider it then. I keep hearing about it. That's because I'm a little bit of a upper middle class white boy who's been to college, and people are like, this guy's seen Marty Supreme, he's delusional, and I haven't. In part, it's because I was talking to a friend who's seen Marty Supreme, and they told me that the only thing that I needed to watch that was related to ping pong was Ping Pong the anime, and that if I'd seen and Marty Supreme doesn't stand up to Ping Pong the anime, and that was all I needed to not watch a Timothy Chalamet movie, was having my previous opinion validated that Ping Pong the anime is goated. Ping Pong the anime is a one-season anime made in, I think, 2014 or 2015 that is based off of a 1990s manga about ping pong. It's about friendship. It's about a robot boy and a hero boy. It's about being listless in your life. It's about overcoming. It's about not having talent and having talent. It's about the weird situation of your life and all of these young high school boys playing ping pong. It's beautiful. And it's one season, and it ends. It's like 3 hours and 20 minutes of your life, and it's fantastic. And if everyone's talking about Marty Supreme, I'm just going to talk about Ping Pong the anime, because I'm edgy and it's beautiful, and you should see Ping Pong the anime. Please watch Ping Pong the anime. It's good. Do 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 do. Humba 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 ja 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 ja. Back to Marty Supreme. I've seen enough quirked up thin white boys trying to get stinky with it. I own multiple mirrors. Haha, joke. I on occasion film myself monologue. Meta commentary. I don't need more uppity white boys in my life. I am plenty enough. Also true. I'll watch the movie when everyone else in existence watches Ping Pong the anime. Topic change. Let's talk about veneers, false fronts, not necessarily the dental kind. Blah, 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 blah. This is kind of thin, like a veneer. The thought. Veneers are essentially false fronts. Think IKEA furniture that has particle board on the inside, but some sort of wood on the top, or like a. There are a lot of like fakey houses that kind of have like brick fronts with crap in the back, or they're trying to present themselves as something that they're not. And I think that faking is a beautiful art if you do it well enough, because it's how we all start out, is faking and lying and being strange and acting like someone we want to be like, and it's beautiful and it's great. And because we're in the internet age, all of that is accelerated by 90,000 skibbity boilet. That's what I've written down. See, not a very coherent thought. Okay. I'm sure Ping Pong the anime makes such references. I've hunted down some of the music. Shogo Hamada Midnight Flight is in Ping Pong the anime. I have no idea what it's about. I think it's like a Japanese ballad from the 1980s, and it's beautiful. Christmas Eve! It's great. It tickles me. Where I like to be tickled. Timmy's movie is being adequately marketed. Who's advertising Ping Pong the anime? I am. Topic change. Energy. Renewable? No. Our collective energy. You, me, the other me, your Uncle Benedictine, your dance major who's named after a pie. All of our collective energy. The time and resources and thinkies and who we are while we're on this strange little rock hurtling around the sun. Energy. And some of that energy is being used as word of mouth, which I think is one of the greatest forms of advertising to exist, is talking to people about things that you like. And people have been talking to me about Marty Supreme, which is perfectly all right. I just don't really want to see the movie because I'm not really a Timothy Chalamet kind of guy. But I think it's good that we are doing word of mouth and that it is working at some point, and that something in the world is happening, and it's art, even if it's Marty Supreme that I don't really want to watch because Ping Pong the anime exists and you should watch Ping Pong the anime. I don't want to see that Twinks movie. But I like that people are sharing it. Okay. So currently, if you're sharing on the internet, you have to compete or collude and or who knows with the algorithms. The algorithms that are their pure metric for existence is how long they can suck away your energy and how much they can make you fall into the void of them, the algorithm, whichever one you're on, whichever ones, whatever algorithm you like that gives you just enough of a hit to make you an addict. Yeah. Energy. So how do you combat that? How do you combat the only thing in your life recommending you things being an algorithm? Well, 1 is you make friends. 2, you talk to people. 3, if you don't IRL do that, you share the things that you like. And then you go into places where people are talking about the things that you currently like. And you become a fanboy or a fangirl or a weeb or whatever a fangirl. What's the gender non-conforming version? I don't know. Share things you like. Talk to people you like. Text them about, like,
I just saw this crazy thing. You won't believe what it is. It's a spider monkey named Jimothy who eats apples.
random example, not real. Possibly, who knows? If that's your thing, yeah, talk about it to people. It's beautiful. And wait, I have an example. Maybe it's mega toxic super freak Yuri made to blenderize the minds of women. For a better future, I hope you know that you need to share it. You gotta share to receive. Well, you don't have to, but it's people generally mirror. So if you share with them something that you like, they'll be like, that's really cool, and I'm not going to see it, but you should watch my thing. And you'll be like, well, you kind of ran over me when I was talking about Ping Pong the anime, so I'm not going to watch that. But like the 18th thing you said, maybe. And then write it down and then check your notes later. Maybe don't share the toxic Yuri on LinkedIn under your government name. Maybe. Who knows? But maybe an alt account or text to your friends. Maybe it's a Discord message like, can I show you my coffee table book about vintage American tractors?
My coffee table book.
Sharing is caring, and if someone doesn't want your Mega Demon Slow Hell Burn Yuri recommendation, that's okay. That's a them problem. Your mom may one day come around.
Ending notes. I know that I've talked about Timothy a lot. I've got a bit of a superiority complex regarding him. I just think that I can use resources more efficiently and effectively than he. I would have crossed the Alps by now, definitely set up a few treaties with the less satisfied city-states rather than watching Marty Supreme. How about you give me money so that I can terrorize Rome? Ideally, I think we should only allow one skinny white boy to self-actualize at a time for progress's sake. I believe that skinny white boy should be me because I'm cool, smart, charming, fun, and I smile good. Thank you. Okay, ending notes. Part 2. Watch Ping Pong the anime. I'm gonna be weird about that. Do it. It's good. Watch Ping Pong the anime. It's my one primary recommendation media-wise right now. Watch Ping Pong the anime. And when that song, that Christmas song hits, not a Christmas if you... No. I told you. Okay. Watch Ping Pong the anime. Give me money. Go outside and talk to about something you think is good and worthwhile. There is a lot of shit in the world. Help the things that you think will flower and grow by giving them energy, time, money, exposure to sunlight, fertilizer. Please do not send a fertilizer bomb to me or anyone that I love. It will make you feel good. There are studies. Donate to causes you think are important. If you like something, give to it. It makes you feel better. You can look up the studies. They're there. Give me money! Okay.